but the cap units, each and every one, who were assaulted viciously, all held. For an old Marine, that was a pretty special thing. Well, let me fast forward. We would go into Way City. I would be wounded in Way City, evacuated about a year or more in the hospital, and about a stayed in our Corps. And quite a few years later, I was the director for operations of the Pacific. And it was a time when we were still trying to return those who had been POWs, but primarily our MIAs, our missing in action. And we formed Joint Task Force Full Accounting, an organization that could reach out, go into the country of South and North Vietnam, Vietnam as a whole, Republic of Vietnam, find where those remains might be, recover them, and then most importantly, bring them home. Bring them home to their loved ones. One of the first things I had to do, though, was off as the director for operations, you go to Illinois, and you got to speak with your North Vietnamese counterpart. And we talked. But he was a professional soldier, and he understood how important it was for we Americans to return our remains. The program would be very successful. I would go back several times to visit teams throughout all of South Vietnam as they found our lost, found those who had been missing in action, those who had been gone, and returned them to their families. One day, though, something very, very special happened. I was visiting a site, talking to the soldiers and sailors and Marines that were working, and this young Vietnamese boy kept hanging around, kept getting closer. I knew I wanted to say something, so I finally turned to him and said, "Hey, how you doing? What you want?" He said, "Sir," and he held up a dog tag, and he handed it to me. He said, "Did you know my Marine?" To me, what that story tells you is that story tells you about all of our American servicemen and what they meant to the people of, quite frankly, North and South Vietnam. Today, we're honored to be here to dedicate a monument to a very special program. And that's all of you who were Combined Action Platoon Marines, who touched so positively each day the Vietnamese people. But we're also here to say thank you to all those who gave a loved one to the CAP program, and who also is honored and memorialized in our Semper Fidelis Memorial Park. I don't ask one thing. Think about those young men and women. Think about what they did. Think about what you did. I would tell you, it was great. And I salute you. Semper Fidelis, Marines.